Hi, Twitch. You say hi to Twitch.
Hello.
Hi, YouTube. It's me. I'm back. Um, Let me actually make sure that the audio is fine before we proceed. I'm just going to keep talking to you, Eve, if you don't mind,
Okay.
because we need to,
Make sure that it sounds fine.
yes, it doesn't sound like utter garbage. That's what we're trying to avoid here. It sounds pretty bad. This will do though. This is fine. We're calling you from the bunker, right, Eve?
Mm-hmm.
We're calling you from the bunker, and do you know why we're calling them from the bunker, Eve?
Why?
No, you do know why we're calling them from the bunker, Eve.
Do I?
No, you do, because this is the idea for the stream. Why did it just... Actually, it's fine. You guys can hear that. Started playing a clip. But no, you do know. You know exactly why we're here and why we're calling them from the bunker and not from the normal safe location.
Yeah.
Why are we calling them from the bunker, Eve? There's been an event, Eve. Something's broken out between 4 groups.
Oh.
Something very bad.
War.
Yes. There's been a war that's broken out. But yeah, hi everybody. Welcome to the bunker. This is Eve.
Hello.
My girlfriend. I'm Harrison. You know me. We spent some time together. And now we're going to do something that's never been done ever before, because no one can ever have done it before, because I created it. So we got a nice little 0-player game here. I haven't named it anything. It's just kind of war, right? Just kind of watching a couple guys, colors go at it. I think we're just going to talk about it, talk about what the hell is going on. As you can see, the war's already progressed to the 4th generation. Wow, it's actually running a lot faster now that we're streaming. What do you think right now, based on these color positions? I think blue is in a really good spot. Blue looks like they got this in the bag.
Yeah. Green too, actually.
Green's got a lot of adjoining territory, and so one of the things that really helps them here is if they have adjoining territories, they get a bonus to combat around that. Think of it like if you're encircled, you're not going to be able to fight as well.
Yeah.
And I think that, like we said, blue and green are in a pretty good spot here.
Yellow, not so much.
Yellow, no. Red, I can see red pulling out if they can connect some of these territories, but I think that blue and green are definitely... Yellow's got a pretty big patch over on the right there, though.
That is true, but I don't think it's as much.
No?
No.
No, you don't. That's
I'm not rooting for yellow.
No? Not a yellow fan?
No.
We'll see. We'll see if you end up regretting that. There are also continents here. Every box here is like a continent, and if a power controls an entire continent, or country, continent, whatever,
yeah.
or more, if they control a majority of it, they get more power.
Oh.
So their fighting forces are stronger. So that's another
like
thing.
Blue on top.
Right, right.
Okay.
Actually, that might be green in the top left that controls that one, but blue on that top center one. Yeah, for sure. We've had a fun day today.
Mm-hmm.
We went for a walk. We went to a park that had like these. Actually, I'm gonna aim our camera down a little bit. Oh, there you go. Now you can see Eve's hands and my crossed legs. We went to a park that had like one of those outdoor exercise sets. Pretty neato. Mm-hmm. I feel so much stronger now. I feel like I got huge muscles. I'm sure Eve does too.
Yeah.
Do you feel like 50% stronger or even more?
No, I feel like 80% stronger.
80%? That is a pretty large number. It is fucking fucking up on our TV, but it looks like it's keeping up on you. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, there we go. I think yellow is coming a little bit on that right side. I think they're kind of bringing up the forces a little bit. I think it doesn't look too bad for them. Not on that side, at least. Red also, they kind of got something going on the center.
Yeah.
I don't think it's over. If that doesn't update, you can look here, by the way.
Okay.
They're showing the same thing, but the TV kind of, it's like Chromecasting to it. So it's a little bit laggy, glitchy. We're also using the laptop microphone built in, so that's why we sound like shit. Or I sound like shit.
Okay, I see what you mean by yellow.
Yeah, see?
A little bit.
Honestly, green looks like it's kind of getting beaten back a little bit.
Yeah.
Green might have the least amount of territory right now. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Let's see, we're on generation 63, so they've been fighting for 63 years right now. They want to control the whole world, the whole square, flat world.
Yeah.
Red, who will?
Red doesn't seem to be doing too well right now.
No.
Either.
No, red. I don't know. Green, to me, doesn't seem like they're doing very well. Blue.
Blue.
I think blue's got this in the bag.
Yeah. I'll go with blue
because. Not because there's a superior military might.
No.
But no, because
I
we
like blue.
That's fair. That's probably the best reason to do anything, honestly. So you might also notice some of these different colored blobs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like resources. If they control them, it makes them stronger, which might be why yellow has held out so long in that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yellow kind of looks like it's losing its fringes, though. I think yellow is going to be stuck with that one little dong it's got there. It's going straight into green and red territory.
Oh, I see it.
I think if yellow can go down, just go down, yellow, connect to the bottom, and circle the blue. I don't see why they wouldn't do that. The president of yellow is clearly making some very poor decisions. There's a disaster.
What happened?
So there are also disasters that can occur. You're learning a lot about this program in this. So basically, a disaster is where it'll just, an entire population will just get wiped out. So think, disease, maybe somebody dropped a nuke or something. Maybe green in a last disparate attempt.
Maybe so.
But they'll re-expand into it as time goes on. Oh my God, that's a huge disaster. I think that's the death knell for red. Red has barely got anything on the board right now.
I feel bad for red.
Red is cooked. Sorry if you're a red fan. I don't think they're coming back from that. Maybe they will. Look on the bright side.
I don't think so.
No?
It would take a miracle.
It really would. Red would have to start expanding really quickly. I
don't think they have it in them.
I really don't think they do. Look, they're already starting to get encircled by blue there.
Mm-hmm.
If blue gets them, they're done. Oh, that does not look good for red.
Oh my God.
No. Red is cooked, bro.
I'm sorry, red. You were my second favorite. No, look at blue over there. In the corner. They're doing really good.
They are. They're still alive. Surprising. The grand question becomes, oh, red.
I'm sorry, red.
Yeah. I think this has actually opened up a pretty good opportunity for green, though. Look at that.
Yeah.
Green is back. Wow.
Oh my God.
Green may have gone from being like one of the least land-holding people to They might be pretty close to being tied with blue.
Yeah.
Yellow. Remember what I said? I told yellow. I got on the call. I told the leader yellow. I told him you got to connect that part. You have to. They're doing it. So let's see if they can beat that blue out of that corner. I don't know, Eve.
I'm hoping not.
You're hoping not. No. Yellow is. Oh, are we gonna see yellow connect there?
Oh my god.
That could be huge for yellow.
That could be huge.
Wow. We're seeing some crazy moves right now. Everyone's looking pretty good except for red. Red's looking like it's about to die. And remember, once they're out, they cannot come back.
They can.
Red is yellow got it. They connected up there.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Yellow is looking strong as fuck right now. Blue is looking good. Blue needs to be careful though. They're very, very widespread.
Yeah.
They're fighting just about everybody right now on just about every front. Red's almost kicked out of the part where green is. And oh, looks like yellow's starting to devour them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And green up there, they're not going to be around for much longer.
Oh no. Poor red.
If yellow gets hit by a disaster in that bottom right corner, that could be what the other powers need.
Oh my god, the majority.
It really would. Granted, blue I think is pretty widespread. Green too. But yellow, if yellow loses that bottom right, it's done. They're over. They are dead. What do we think here? What tactically do you think that these colors should do right now? You don't know.
I think yellow needs to expand further than just like that one corner.
I agree. I agree.
To play it safe.
They're in a dangerous spot.
Yeah.
Imagine blue sets off a nuke right there, and then they just charge right in. Yellow has nothing left.
They'd go down the same path as red.
They would. Red is still clinging to life. Red is on life support. But they're still here. That's what matters.
Have you noticed how blue kind of looks like
a foot? It kind of does look like a foot. Maybe it looks like the Nike boot.
I was thinking more like Italy, but without the boot. Just the foot.
Just the foot. Debooted Italy.
Mm-hmm.
It's also got like the red spots that show like its weak points maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The Achilles heel. Is this one of the weirdest streams we've ever done?
I think so.
Probably. But it's either this or we react to our old YouTube stuff, which we might still do. Depends on what Eve wants to do.
I'm fine with whatever.
We have to at least see this war out. We started this war. We cannot end until this war is over. I mean, we're almost to 200 years of war here. These people have been locked in combat for your entertainment. For your entertainment.
If you look at the bottom, like where the red is at the bottom and the green, it kind of looks like an upside strawberry. It's true.
It is true. That's the worst part. Very interesting movements going on right now. I really don't know. Is green making advancements in the left?
I feel like it is.
It looks like green has gotten bigger. But I haven't been watching that border for long enough to tell if they actually are getting larger. Blue is definitely losing the bottom right, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow is getting it.
Yellow is doing pretty good.
They are. But they need to be careful because green is clearly coming for them.
Red, I am so sorry.
They're almost kicked out of green territory right there.
I was looking at that.
They look like they're probably about half of what they were in yellow territory. They're holding right there, but maybe because green, yellow, and blue are all fighting each other instead of them.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh.
There's barely
No! Red!
Goodbye,
No!
Red. I'm sorry it had to be this way.
They're still there? They're not gone yet?
But they're about to be gone.
Oh, they're about to be gone, absolutely.
Like that.
There they go. That was the last red, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry, Red.
It had to be like this. Okay. Green now has a full control over the top right corner. Complete and total control. That does look like a strawberry right there.
I told you.
Oh, that's funny.
How much longer can Red survive?
I don't know. Do you think they're going to make it to Generation 300?
They seem to be hanging on.
Just barely.
Just barely,
Just
but they're
barely.
there.
You can't see, but like right behind where I'm sitting, there is a tiny pocket of blue that keeps getting smaller as time goes on. It's getting devoured by this yellow swarm.
I think yellow might actually have the most.
I think they might. I think green is actually definitely making progress this way. And they might be closing the foot.
I see that.
Which I think if they close the foot, that's the end of blue. Blue is. But green seems to be focusing most of their efforts on pushing yellow back. We'll see. Fascinating.
It really is.
But blue, I think blue is also pushing into yellow. Does it look like that to you?
Actually, yes.
That's interesting. If blue can get through, they might be able to save themselves. Maybe they're sacrificing the top left so they can build a straight line.
I can see that happening.
They want to become long blue. I'd rather fight 2 fronts than like 8 that they're fighting right now.
That is true. Good strategy. 257, and Red is still hanging on. Just barely.
Just barely. They're not looking good. We've been saying this for the past, 100 generations, but
they're very
Red
stubborn.
Still does not look good. Blue is almost completely out of yellow's bottom right corner. Could be really bad for blue as well.
They're surrounded by green on the left. What if green just chooses to
Stomp on the foot?
Yeah.
They might. They might just choose to stomp on the foot of blue. Oh, come on, mouse. There you go. Yeah, blue's almost gone there. Oh, a disaster happened right there at the green-yellow border.
I see it.
Maybe red can take advantage and get a little bit of territory out of this. I don't think it's enough to save them, but it may buy them a little bit more time.
Looks like yellow is going to go.
It does. This little pocket of yellow hasn't gotten the memo that they're concentrating their war efforts down there.
They're brave.
They are brave.
Brave soldiers. But I don't think there's anyone braver than Red.
No, not a soul. But red is looking like a tiny polyp on yellow down there. Not looking good. Yet blue has also completely been kicked out of the bottom right as well. Well, I wonder if we can actually kind of judge who's winning right now by how many squares they have the majority in.
Okay, how many blue majority squares are there?
Let's see. That's definitely 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
I don't think that's 5. I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 majority blue squares. And then majority yellow, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7.
I think there's only 6. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think they have the majority in any of those.
After like 6 yellow.
The blue has more so far. And green has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8,
9.
Oh my god, red.
They're holding on. When these might be. Red made it to generation 300 though. You gotta give it to them. That is incredible.
I knew they could do it.
I also knew they could. Actually, I didn't have much faith, but they did it anyways.
They did it.
In spite of me not believing them.
I was right.
You were right. You did a good job.
Thank you.
That's why you're on this war forecasting team with me. I should have written down how many squares each territory controlled, so I could track how they're actually doing, rather than just looking at this grid. Did yellow make a break right there? On the top middle? I thought that used to be like pure blue, yeah. I thought like literally the last time we counted that was a blue tile. Now I'd say it's probably just about 50-50, a little bit yellow.
Well,
what's your forecast, Steve?
I think we're gonna start to see like the collapse of blue just a little bit.
I see that they're pinching the foot. They're pinching the foot right there. But at the same time, blue is expanding down.
They are.
This could get interesting.
The top corner also doesn't seem to be shrinking much.
No, somehow. They're completely surrounded, but somehow they're still flying. This is fascinating, Eve. I think we're going to see some big changes by 400.
I agree.
I think that by the time we get to generation 400, the power dynamic will have shifted.
I expect that the top part.
Oh, that's not good for blue. Disaster strikes in the blue corner. Can blue recover? They're going to have to focus guys to building that back up.
That's terrible.
That is not good for blue.
I was just about to say.
Yellow also got hit by one now, looks like.
Yes, they did. I'm expecting to see the top part of blue, for it to be cut off from the rest. You know where it goes like the yellow? They went in. I expect green and yellow to try to expand to the sides and cut off the top part from the rest.
That would be smart. That would be smart. If the leaders of green and yellow were smart, they would follow your orders. But we're going to find out just how smart they are.
Blue seems to be rebuilding pretty well.
They are. I don't think that disaster had any effect on their top left corner, which is good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't have any favorites. Mm-hmm. But it would have been sad to see blue go out that way.
I agree. I'm still a blue loyalist.
From our last check-in, I do think blue is making progress pushing yellow to the right.
I noticed that too.
Because I want to say that a one up from the one left, one up from the bottom right corner. I want to say that was majority yellow last time we checked in. Blue looks like they're making headway up there.
Yellow doesn't seem to be doing too great anymore.
No. I think really this is a fight between blue and green.
I agree. It seems that since blue's moving over into yellow territory and the yellow on top is not expanding, I think yellow might be the next to go.
We'll see what pushes them over the edge. Will they succumb to enemy forces, or will a disaster be the death knell in their coffin? It's hard to know in this horrible, horrible war world. Battle world where we're forcing these tiny microbial creatures to fight for our pleasure and your pleasure at home.
Can you see the blue being cut off when it's being?
I can. I like the pinch point right there is super clear. It's like the top left blue corner saying, "Hold on, boys, we're coming to save you." But I don't know if they can hold on. They keep losing territory there.
They do keep losing territory.
I don't think blue has a majority in either of those two squares right now. Which makes it harder for them to fight. You doing some tile counting?
Yes. Okay, so there's 9 green.
Oh my god! Holy shit! That might be the craziest thing that's happened this entire war. That white yellow off the top. We're gonna see how blue comes back from this.
Oh my god!
I think yellow is completely done now.
Yes.
I think that is.
I'm sorry, yellow.
The end of yellow. If blue might be able. Look at that. I think blue's making a mad dash faster than green. I think that blue territory is finally going to be connected to their fellow blue brothers.
I think so too.
Oh my god, though.
That was terrible.
That was a horrible disaster that just happened. Largest nuke that anyone's ever launched. I think blue is pinching them. Blue is pinching the hell out of green right now. Blue comes out of this with more territory.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Green is not being fast enough.
No. You'd think they'd know. They clearly perceived blue as a threat. But they're just letting blue scoop up all. Blue's going to connect up their two lands.
I think it's going to be very hard for green to recover from this.
I agree. They're
losing out on a pretty big opportunity.
Yeah. That was bad for yellow, but it might prove to be worse for green. It didn't really touch their territory at all.
No.
But they did not take advantage of the situation, and their greatest enemy, blue, had the biggest gains out of that.
No, there's no way they're going to get any sizable.
No, because blue gained the majority in 2 squares there. Maybe 3 if that wasn't blue. I don't think that one was blue majority either. So I think blue just got 3 tiles of majority. Oh, yeah, there they go. They sealed it off. That's as far as green's going here. Not as bad as it could have been if they didn't move at all, but jeez, they should have. No. What is this? This is a this is a program that I wrote. It's like all these little colors are fighting each other. They got a little war going on. It's probably about the best description I could give you. They've been going at this for 430 years. Basically, they're trying to become the only color on the board. Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to take it away from blue.
I really don't see blue losing. Yellow has lost a lot of territory. Yellow is. Ugh.
Yellow's not going to make it.
I don't think so. I don't think yellow makes it much longer.
The foot continues to survive.
The foot continues to survive, indeed.
Although it seems like green's taking advantage to try to keep pushing down on blue.
Yeah, it does look like that. I hesitate to say the green butt plug, but it does look a little bit like a butt plug.
It does.
Is inside of blue's anus right now. So we're going to have to see where this ends up. This is interesting. That disaster changed so much.
It really did.
If only Red were still alive to see it. It's too bad Red had to die.
It is too bad. And then yellow might be next, unless another disaster happens.
You never know. Yellow does not seem like they're holding firm, though. Yellow is losing territory pretty rapidly. I think green's also going to get pushed out of that top right. I think that come Christmas time, they're going to be all singing blue songs.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I agree.
It looks like a pixel fighting. I haven't. Maybe Actually, I've got the laptop here. I can look at it while the war is going on.
I will keep looking at the war.
If somebody... Actually, if it is a similar idea, it would make sense, because it's... I think it's a very good idea. Oh, but yeah, it is like this. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Because yeah, and I think it's probably honestly based on the exact same coding principles too. Because this is based on like it's not exactly the same, but it's based on like the coding stuff that made. I'm talking to mainly Derek here because you're not a coder, so you would. But it's based on like, oh my god, yellow is gone! Holy shit! Wow.
Oh my god!
You said a disaster was going to change something. A disaster just changed something. Yellow's still alive!
Just barely.
There's no way. But it's based off of, like, Conway's Game of Life is basically like the coding concept that it's based off of. It's not the same because Conway's is like living and dying. This is they're actually fighting each other for supremacy. But it works very similarly. That is the crazy.
I mean,
that disaster just screwed yellow completely.
This is a big opportunity for green, but they seem to still be moving very slowly.
So slow.
They could just expand sideways.
They have no cars.
Blue's beating them to it again.
I know. Why is blue so fast?
Blue is incredibly fast.
And they haven't even closed the foot yet.
They haven't closed the foot. I'm sorry, green. You have very bad leadership.
They're terrible.
So many lost opportunities.
Somebody's going to get executed after this if
I know.
green's still around.
There's not going to be anybody left to execute.
Once blue takes them all. Who's going to take the territory? That's a big question here. We make fun of green. I think green has taken a good amount of territory here. Not enough. But I think green has made they've tried. They've tried. Not hard enough.
Not hard enough.
But they've tried.
They get a participation trophy.
They do. I mean, how do you stop the nation states of blue right now? Other than a horrible disaster striking blue and wipe. But blue's pretty spread out. I don't know if even a disaster could take blue out right now.
Maybe. If we get another disaster the same size as the last one, that was targeting mainly like that blue area on top, I think it could be possible.
Maybe we got like a 3x3 grid.
Yeah.
Right up there.
Exactly.
That would hurt blue a lot. Green's got a. It's sad that green's only hope right now is for a horrible disaster to just wreak havoc on blue. Yellow's still alive, but man, they are not going to be for very long. Mm-hmm. You can't see behind me, me see if I can make myself a little bit smaller. That should work. Yeah, just a little bit. We'll see what they can do. Again, a crazy disaster could happen, and they could get some territory back. This is kind of what happened to get red, though. Red just kind of kept losing territory, lost territory, and then they just poof.
They cannot move on.
No. But maybe blue will fight green too much, and yellow will. I don't see yellow winning, but maybe yellow will cling to life. Hang on to life support.
I don't see it happening.
No?
Nope.
You think they're going to be gone here pretty soon?
Yes. Maybe they won't even. Which one are we at right now? What's
532.
532. There's no way they're making it to 600.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Man. They do have like 70 years left, and yeah. That's going to be tough. That's going to be real tough. They don't have any resources. They have no majority territory.
Nope.
They're completely surrounded by their enemies. We shall see. I don't have much faith either. But it does seem like 600 is like right around the corner pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I'll get some water for our wartime efforts. Do you have anything you want to shout out, Eve? Do you have anything you want to shout out? We're live on the internet broadcasting this war.
Yeah. I don't think green should be coming in second. I've never liked the color green.
That's not like shout. That seems like you're like shouting down. Kind of like you're insulting them live on the internet.
Yeah. Never been a green fan.
No?
Nope.
The president of the green. Do they have a president of the green?
A very bad one, apparently.
Very bad president.
Not a very
What
good
what
leader.
forms of government do you think each of these colors have?
No, sir.
The random pixels are red around the plot. Good question. So those are like little resources. Controlling them gives your society a little bit of extra bonus. I was trying to find out like how do I make the flow of the game not perfectly like by the squares. So there's a couple ways that people get more power in this, right? So the pixels are stronger. They have a stronger fighting chance when they're next to territory that they own. They have a stronger fighting chance depending on how many territories they control, which are the little boxes. And they have a stronger fighting chance with the more resources that they hold, which are the little pink dots across the map. I think that's the only rules. I wrote this code a long time ago. So I wrote this when I was at my old company, and they had nothing to do. They were just like, just spend some time learning. I'm like, okay, I'll learn to code a little bit. It was fun.
Yellow's almost completely gone.
Oh my god. It's on blue to finish them though. I think blue's wiping green out of that area too.
Yeah.
Also surprising, the foot has still not been pinched. Or de-pinched. They're just kind of maintaining the status quo there.
Oh my god.
That's not good for green.
Not good at all.
That's the opposite of what you... Oh man. Well, I'm sure you're happy about this since you hate green.
Well, yes.
Yellow is fading. Yep. You can I think that was the last.
That was the last.
I think that was the last generation of yellow. Rest in peace, yellow. Generation 596. They're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone.
You lasted longer than red.
They did last longer than red. I thought they had a fighting chance.
See, once again, green is not taking control of. No,
They're just moseying about, letting it happen.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
They're gonna be crushed by blue on the corner pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then over here, they're not taking advantage of the opportunity to expand.
Something horrible will happen. Yes. How did that happen? So we met. we're telling you the rules as they go on. Sorry. But so basically, every once in a while, there's like a random timer, may or may not happen. There's disasters of random sizes that can happen as well. Again, just to kind of shake things up and to speed things along too, because this fighting can go on for a really long time if I let it. Apart from green just disappeared. Yeah. So it's just like it's just a random disaster basically occurred and green got. It doesn't target anyone. It's just like a random space on the board, a random number of spaces, random amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you won't see one for an entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they'll happen like two in like rapid succession. You're like, oh my god, half the board is gone. It's something that when I coded this I was like iffy on. I'm still kind of iffy on. I think it makes for some excitement, but
It does.
Oh man, the foot is gone.
The foot is I actually think green could be doing worse right now.
They could be, I think. They're not looking great, but
no.
they gotta look. There's a pretty high density of resources where they are, so I think I don't think they're gonna win.
I don't think so.
I don't see a way for them to win, unless disaster. Disaster is the only way they win.
Can you imagine, like, just like top where the blue is,
mm-hmm.
if it were to just like
disappear?
Yeah.
Green may be able to recover if that happens, but blue is super widespread right now.
It is, but I think that would be the perfect spot for disaster to occur and green to try to,
try to take advantage. Yeah, I think that's
because you could actually cut off that blue in between,
which would be really good for green.
It would be very convenient.
It would be what they need. Thank you, my war correspondent Eve.
You're welcome.
We're gonna go to somebody in the field now. The world's been fighting for 600 years. Things are really bad.
640 years.
But pretty soon here, they'll be united under one banner. Maybe. Blue.
I still believe in blue. I always believed in them.
Somebody's gotta. They had a pretty good start. They had a pretty good middle. They had a pretty good end. I think that it's all about consistency. Yellow, good start. Actually, not so great start. Good middle. And they died. Terrible one. Red never stood a chance.
I'm sorry, Red. You deserve better.
Green had a good start. A pretty middle. I think they have a pretty okay end. You can't count them out. I don't think you can count them out. Not done. Just not looking good. I don't remember if there's a max number of steps too. We might be completely disappointed if it goes. Oh no, okay, max number of generations 10,000. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Oh no! I feel like the disasters are targeting green.
Oh no.
That is.
Somebody hates them.
Oh no! Did green kill red? Maybe reds are setting off like dirty bombs in green. That is.
Oh no.
Why does green just get screwed? This is the end of green. And, yeah, that territory in the top right of green was getting taken over too. Oh man, it may not be. This is accelerated. I think green was already ending, but this.
There's no way they recover from this.
There's no way. Blue is too powerful after this. Yeah, that poor green territory up top right its days are numbered.
Can't say I feel very bad for it.
The question is, will blue encircle green?
I think so. Blue's very fast.
They are very fast. It's a mad rush right now.
They're trying to cut it off. As I said before, I think green has just had very bad leadership.
They have had extremely poor leadership. I really don't know what they've been thinking, honestly.
I'm surprised they made it this far.
You know what? Me too. Me too.
They've had multiple opportunities.
They have.
And they just never took any of them.
Green could be in a much better position than they are right now.
They could be.
Whatever. Green's like, I don't really want to. They might not get. I think they might connect up. I don't think they're going to get encircled right now. They probably will eventually. The green territory up top right too is gone.
Bye bye.
We definitely are witnessing the end of the war. We have to sit this through before we committed. Oh, never mind. They may just be encircled right now.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
They are.
They are. Wow. They look like Brazil right now.
I was thinking that too.
Oh man.
Like South America and Antarctica.
Yeah. That gap is closing in. It really is. Wow. That territory, that gap is already starting. That's crazy. Blue is unstoppable.
I think not even a tragedy.
No. They control too much. Like, name one spot that they could hit right now where green could actually come back. I don't think there is a single spot on Earth. 700 years this war has been going on for. We've almost reached a conclusion, though. Oh my God. Well, whatever Blue's doing, they're doing it right. Blue is not. For some reason, Blue isn't getting that very. Oh my God! What the fuck? I don't think that hurts Blue as much as we think it might. We'll see, though. Green might be able to come back. That was the biggest disaster.
That definitely.
That was huge.
Unfortunately, I don't see green taking advantage of the situation.
I don't think so, because Blue just has too much. Like, they can expand way quicker than green.
Yes.
But if ever there was a chance for green to do anything, this would be the chance. Like a map of an ocean flooding over land. It really does look like that. Oh yeah, here comes the tide. Could this mean... Is green going to end up worse off than they started with this?
Possibly, yes.
Blue's closing in really fast.
Why is green so slow?
Oh my God. Green had the golden opportunity. That all they had to do was just... They could have had more territory, maybe held on a little bit longer till the next disaster. But I think they come out of this with less territory than they had before.
Yes.
And it looks like they're closing the gap on the bottom too. Green is almost thoroughly cooked.
Green, you're doing so bad.
I'm gonna say it to him. Green, you're doing so good. You're so close, Green. You're so close.
I believe Red would have done way better than them if they had made it this far.
Red held on for dear life for such a long time. But they couldn't hold on long enough. Oh man. The blue wall is closing in. It's taken a long time to rebuild this though.
Yes, it is.
Makes sense. It was the largest disaster we've ever seen. So I'd say it makes tons of sense that it takes them this long. Oh my God! I think we had the largest disaster in history, and then we had another disaster that was equally sized. What the?
Oh my god.
Green, if you squander 2 opportunities, you've had 2 gold. This is crazy. That's actually insane.
That really is.
The chances of that happening are so.
They're being given so many lifelines and they're just not taking them.
The chances of that happening are so low too. Like 2 max size I think that's the maximum size a disaster can be. So 2 max size both hit their enemy and not them almost at all. Looks like they're actually taking advantage this time. They're getting a move on. The whole map is getting deleted. For real. I actually don't know what happens if nothing is left alive. I didn't write that.
Mutually assured destruction.
I know. We're seeing it live. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Well, things might have just gotten better for green. But they have to take the territory. They have to get back. There's no excuses. They have to keep growing. There's a pretty good amount of resources up in that top corner.
Mm-hmm.
They look poised pretty good to get a good amount of them. I think we can you can kind of project where they're going to go. See if we can get the mouse on the screen here and drive. I mean, it looks like they're probably going to go from there to there and maybe go from here. They might be able to keep it up, go straight up. They might get cornered a little bit, but either way, there's a good amount of resources here for them. I don't know, Eve. What do you think?
I agree with you.
This is the best it's looked for green in a while.
They might actually stand a chance.
They might. We'll see if it's enough. Oh man, this is intense. Octave is also way slower than that, man. It's so slow. This war would have been over like an hour ago. But you know what? It's actually kind of fun we can give more real-time feedback to the war. Okay, green is keeping up the trajectory. I kind of saw them starting to dip off on that top side, that left side.
I noticed that too.
They might be able to get that top resource. I think they definitely get the 2 to the right of that. And then I think they can keep it up with the slanted attack they've got right now.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to see what happens.
They might be able to resemble people.
They might. They kind of already do a little bit. It's like the bottom part of a pickle.
Half a pickle.
Half a pickle. Maybe that's part of the pickle that you chopped down there. Mm-hmm. Either way, this is a mad dash. Blue obviously still has an advantage, but would you count green out? I was before.
Yes, but not
those
anymore.
2 disasters were kind of fucking crazy. Like, I think if blue gets a disaster again in the top left or maybe the bottom right, green could just whoosh right in there and then
they become the majority.
Yeah. That should scare blue. Green's pushing really far this way too.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to get that resource up on the top left, but they're definitely going to get the ones above it. This is interesting. Very interesting. Doing this makes me want to refine this more.
Mm-hmm.
Want to make like a random number of colors to start. Maybe add like friends and enemies and stuff.
Yes.
I don't know.
That'd be very interesting.
I would like more complicated combat. That'd be cool. Not tonight, obviously. But takes time to think about these things. Personally, I just find it fun to watch them fight for my amusement. Wow. Okay. Green's coming out of that. Not too shabby. How many territories they control? So I think they've definitely got a majority in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to get this one 6, 7. So they're going to have 7.
They're going to have 7.
Not horrible. Not super great considering there's 25 spaces on the board. But, oh, I forgot to count them down here. Because they jury's out on the bottom center one.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't tell.
I think it's just barely more blue.
I think so. It's super duper close either way. They've got like the green tongue.
Mm-hmm.
This is not how I expected this to go. Oh! This, I think, is good for green?
Yeah, I think they have more to gain from it.
But blue, I think, has a quicker opportunity to jump into that space and cut green off. We'll see. We will see. There's a good amount of resources up for grabs there, too.
Mm-hmm.
This could be crazy.
Did the old green leadership get executed and replaced?
Maybe so. Maybe not, though. Looks like... Ooh. Blue looks like they're rushing to fill that gap. I think blue knows what's up. I think blue knows we got to take advantage of this. The green cut pickle on the bottom, it's gone. I think blue actually comes out of this the victor. Green is now morphing into like a ball sack. Maybe a nose.
Yeah, a little bit like a nose.
Wow. Big problems in Greenland right now. How did they come out of that? Let's see here. They have like 7, maybe 8, so they may have actually gained 1 out of this. Maybe they sacrificed 1 territory to gain more primacy in the nose / ball sack, whichever you prefer. I mean, can you think of a body part that resembles more, or thing that resembles more?
Not really. It does kind of look like a nose.
A really messed up nose now. It's got like the spike over there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like they got a spike piercing coming outside. Or maybe a booger. A moco.
Green.
You are so right on that. Blue took advantage of that.
Now we have the Green Peninsula.
Blue is in a really bad position to get disastered, though.
I think it could happen.
If that left side of the board gets hit, they're in trouble. If the green leadership gets off their asses, gets their dudes moving in there, things could be bad. But we'll have to see. Time will tell. 800 years of war, Eve.
800.
Do you think there will be a solution by the year 1000?
I don't think so.
No?
But I think it will be close.
You think we'll almost be done by year 1000?
Perhaps. Unless disaster strikes again.
Yellow comes back. Somehow, yellow returned. I think the next big move is definitely going to be determined by a disaster. I don't think any. I don't know. I guess we can keep watching and see if we see any movement. That affects kind of both of them equally.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody gains or loses from that disaster. Depending on how quickly they respond, of course.
Now green looks like a foot.
It looks like a very stubby foot. Like
yeah.
they got extremely short legs.
Maybe they're wearing Crocs.
They got the little resource gibbets on there. Gibbets. I think they're gibbets.
I think it's gibbets.
It's not giblets. I know that for sure. That's what you find inside a bird.
Yeah. I think so.
Whereas, what's a gizzard?
I have no idea.
I think giblets is inside a bird. I have a source of infinite knowledge right in front of me, but no.
Let me
Google, figure it out.
Google.
What is a giblet? What's a gizzard?
I mean, I don't want to get rid of this.
And what's a giblet? Oh yeah, we gotta remember how to look up how you get Nutella inside of a cookie.
Okay.
Giblet has multiple meanings, including culinary term in Scotch word. Culinary term, Scotch word, giblet. Okay, giblet is an edible organ of a fowl. Yes, so it's inside of a bird that you can eat.
Mhm. Variety meat or organs.
What is a gizzard? We're educating. We're changing the stream.
Oh, I didn't want to see a picture.
It's a muscular grinding organ in the digestive tract of some animals. Interesting.
Located within the crop and the intestine. Interesting.
Green is looking more ball sack than ever. They stopped looking foot. Maybe they look like if somebody got their foot lopped off. Looks like a squished dog bone. Actually, that is a much more because you got the top bit. That is a way better. This guy's smarter than me. Blue territory looks like they're going to rule the world.
Unless the disaster happens.
Unless it is.
Oh!
Why'd you do that to Green?
I'm sorry.
Why'd you do that to him?
I'm sorry.
I think that Green is done.
I agree.
Not done. But this is wow. Green has had the biggest roller coaster of all history. This has been insane for Green. Yeah, Green's done for. I really don't see how they come back from this. But I think we've said that multiple times about this exact same color,
and they just
keep surviving. So I guess stay tuned. We'll see if Green survives. I don't know how, but somehow they keep doing it. Can the dog bone? But Blue is closing in. They do not want Green to have all those resources up on the top.
That's a lot of resources. Generation 1002.
The game made it to 1000, but you were kind of right. It did get. We're pretty close, I think, to an end.
But not quite done.
Blue's territory on the left closed on top of Green's territory. You're absolutely right. I was foolish for thinking that Green would have any shot of making it back up there.
It's not going to happen.
No. Not with the Green leadership they've had. They could have just. But no.
They were too slow.
They were much too
Made
slow.
some very poor choices.
Now they're paying.
But it happens.
It's the way it goes. Now Green's territory looks like a cherry. It definitely looks like a cherry. Definitely looks like a cherry. Not anything else. Now maybe it looks like a nose, you know? Like, it's got like the point up there, you know?
Maybe.
Look at my nose. Look at my nose. Look at that.
Oh
my god! I don't think that hurts Blue at all.
No.
But if that happened earlier, if that happened when Green had the dog bone,
I know.
that would have been amazing for them. But it didn't. We'll see. I think Green gains some territory out of this. I don't think they can save their skin with this.
Mm-hmm.
Blue's just going to collapse downwards and collapse this way. They're just elongating the nose. Oh no, you know what they could look like here? They could look like a bikini. Bikini bottoms.
Oh, that's true.
If they make this other part like a very thin.
A very thin string.
I know, over 1,000 years they've been fighting. I guess Blue's shape is just the inverse of what Green's shape is. Like if Green is the dog bone, Blue's the inverse dog bone.
You're right.
Part of me kind of wants an underdog story.
Part of me does too, but I just don't like the color green.
You don't want him ruling the world because you don't like the color?
I don't like the color. Never liked it, especially not that shade.
Not bright green?
No, maybe if it was like a forest green, then it would be, maybe I could support them.
I hope that this encirclement, if they can actually close the encirclement and then not get destroyed immediately after they close it, Green probably won't be holding on for too much longer. But as this game's proven, it really likes to blow up right when somebody's about to make a power play. But Green, let's see, Green is clinging on to life. They control, I think they control 5 territories right now. Which isn't bad, but they're declining. They're at 7 last check-in, which I think was at like 800. Maybe 850.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take.
Maybe if we go to Disaster in like the top center, there would be an opportunity for Green.
That could help them. Or even the top right if it's limited to just Blue's territory.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Bulls slash Yoda. Bulls, Yoda, Keeney. I think, yeah. I think that's pretty good. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah. Even more Yoda than like a bikini because it's not as thin.
Yeah, it's his ears.
However, Green is in a pretty dangerous spot if they get disastered themselves.
Oh, yes.
Like, imagine one that hits the bottom right. Green is toast. The encircling has happened. Blue's still focusing some guys to move to the bottom left. But for how long? How long can Green hold on?
It's been incredibly
Resilient.
That was the word I was thinking of.
It's not perfect. It's pretty good, though. It's pretty good at describing a random shape that we've got here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Do you think the blue's angry?
I think they could be.
I'd be angry if I were blue. Be like,
They keep.
we keep having a horrible disaster, a plague or a nuclear bomb or whatever.
And they don't let that get them down.
No, they get knocked down. However, they do get up again.
They do get up again.
You're never going to keep them down.
This is why blue is my favorite color.
Because they never give up.
Mm-mm.
Is green actually making gains?
Like going up?
No, going right and like down. Because
Oh,
look at that top territory. That's now almost all green. How? How? The battles are actually like you get an advantage to the battles if you have more resources, you have more territory, if you have more, if you have people next to you. But they are still like chance. Like your chance is very low to win a battle.
A small one in blue.
Is green getting stronger? Green is definitely expanding there. Look at that. They've almost pushed all the way to the right. But holy cow. How is green doing this? Is it because blue has to keep focusing on moving guys?
Maybe so.
Honestly, green, this is incredible performance. That's crazy. How could they be beating blue? Blue has everything.
It really does.
Green's really bad at moving, but they're good at fighting. Blue's really bad at fighting, but they're good at moving.
It's true.
I don't know. That's wild. Green is definitely making gains. I can't tell if they're losing on the top, but they're definitely making gains on the bottom. Let's count their territories again. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 6. They're gaining territory. That's crazy. I have to watch this so carefully. Green is pulling it off. I can't believe that. Green, you crazy sons of bitches. What? Read this instructor up here. Not really. There's more war going on over there anyways. We'll move ourselves here for now. I think green's about to encircle blue in the bottom right.
I see that.
How are they pulling this off? This is the craziest maneuver anyone's ever pulled, ever in the history of war. Green's using acid to destroy the blue army. They're the color of like a putrid acid.
I know.
So, I think it's definitely possible. They've got some kind of secret weapon going on there. How could they possibly be doing this? This is. I have no words. I have no words to describe what's going on. It's just completely and totally mucked up. When does the next disaster happen? Where does the next disaster happen?
Well, obviously there's a higher possibility of it being in blue territory considering they control most of it.
Right.
If it happened in green territory, that would be disastrous.
Oh yeah. Green doesn't. If I think does that still they look better than they did.
They
but
do.
If green gets hit by a disaster, so
they've gotten lucky so far.
They have. But will they continue to be? Except for the one time they hit them like dead on, and we thought they were going to die again.
That's true.
Which led to this. Their comeback. They've encircled blue down there, by the way. Oh my god.
Kind of looks like a shark now.
Maybe like the head of an eel.
Yes, actually.
I had to burp there for a second. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for burping me.
It actually kind of looks like a pig.
Could look like a pig. I really, really can't tell if they're losing. I don't think they're losing anything up top.
Mm-hmm.
Not quick. Not as quick as they're gaining stuff down bottom.
This is an embarrassing performance by Blue.
It really is. Blue, I thought you were better than this. Okay. So just kind of take note of where these borders are. Because I'm really curious, like, green has to be losing territory. There's no way they're fighting blue off and also encircling and destroying blue down south. That doesn't make sense. Their numbers aren't as big as blue. We're seeing crazier things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, sorry. I think blue is pushing them back up top. It looks to me like they're very, very slowly moving.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are, because look, they've broken into that cell right there. Blue is coming. Will blue be able to finish green before a disaster strikes and wipes them out again?
They better.
Wah, 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 wah.
Was it a smart choice for Green to continue expanding down instead of trying to defend themselves at like going up?
Oh. I don't know. I think that's probably the best chance that they had at the time.
But you can see blue at the bottom starting to go into green.
It's really hard to tell. I do think that they have, because I think that green had majority control over that cell.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go up 3
Yeah.
from the bottom right, I think they had control and now they're losing it. It looks like a lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Iguana maybe?
Maybe.
Or a chameleon. Blue's definitely fighting back now. Yeah, I think, I don't know what blue was doing before, but they're in it now to win it.
Comedian.
All that has to happen, if a disaster hits the bottom right, green is done.
They only control 4 now.
Yeah, green is losing territory for sure. For sure. Blue is going on a crazy offensive right now. They're trying to be home by Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
1,200 years of war. Will blue finally end it, or will a disaster strike and blue somehow lose again?
I don't see that happening.
We thought it wasn't going to happen more than once.
I think disaster might strike blue again, but I think that they have way too much of an advantage, and they're very fast So I don't think it's gonna hit. It might make it slower for them to take over green, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to give green an opportunity to take over more.
That's fair. That's fair. That's good analysis. It's a waiting game now.
Mm-hmm.
It no longer looks like an iguana. The head has been chopped off.
Mm-hmm. Kind of looks like an arrowhead now.
It does. If you could just see the very corner of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's off screen. Which is, I think, pretty good for blue.
It really is.
The more they can pinch green down, the less green can fight back. Blue's clearly trying to beat the next disaster.
I think they might be able to.
You think so?
Maybe.
Do you think there will be peace before 1500?
Could be.
Could be.
Could be.
Do you think there will be? That's the question. It's about 250 years to 1500.
I think there might be very little remaining of green.
Okay. Which is basically peace. It's peace for most of the world, right? Oh, blue's starting to eat into that bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Green's also about to lose majority in that. Man. Things are not looking good for our green fellows here.
They'll soon be down to 3 majority.
You don't want to be 3 majority.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me. Oh, man. Who do you think? Which nation do you feel the worst for this game?
Out of all 4?
Yep.
Red.
Red. They got shafted pretty hard. Bad start.
Mm-hmm. I think they had potential.
They did. Well, kind of.
Kind
They had
of.
a bad start. Then I think they got hit by a disaster,
Mm.
and they couldn't really come back from that. That looks like they probably lost a majority in that top one.
Yes, he did.
They only have 3 territories now. Not looking great. Hasn't been looking great. Continues to not look great. Haven't had a disaster in a while.
I'm expecting another one soon.
There's about a 1% chance of a disaster per generation. So the time we saw 2 within like 3 generations, that's crazy odds. Whoa. Blue's pushing in from the top now onto that.
I see that.
Oh man.
Still blue.
They're breaking into the top corner. Could it be peace by 1500?
I still don't think so.
You don't think so?
Maybe by 1600.
Maybe by 1600. You think 1500's too area of a goal?
Mm-hmm.
Fair. Especially any disaster would backset this war, or it could help it if the bottom right gets nuked. Actually, if the bottom right, like 4 corners get hit with a disaster, green is just done.
That would be terrible.
They're gone. I don't know. Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Oh, well, this is going to slow down the piece effort. 1,600 piece, maybe. The question
was
is,
massive.
that was huge. I think that was the biggest one we've seen. Good God. It hit 12 squares of a 25 square board. It hit almost half of the squares. The question is, does blue have just complete dominance? They would still have more territories than green.
Mm-hmm.
They still have more resources than green.
But green will probably be able to recover a little bit.
A little bit. Or at least they'll have a little bit of bereavement, like breathing space before blue just comes in and crushes them. I don't know, though. It actually looks like blue still is maybe maintaining a little bit of fight here. Yeah, here we go again. Blue has to repair themselves. They're pretty quick with it. They're not messing around anymore. It's time they put green in their place.
Exactly.
Blue is recovering very quickly. I think that we can attribute that they're in control. This is their game to lose. That was a huge hit. That was massive.
It really was.
I don't know. Blue is gonna win this. Can Green clinging to life, clinging to please don't kill me, Blue. Please.
I think it truly speaks to the strength of blue to be able to take such a big hit and still maintain the majority. It's not even a threat to them.
For real. Half the entire board got wiped out. Entirely their territories. They're doing just fine, looks like. I think Green's about to lose a majority in that bottom left.
Yes.
They may have already. It's hard to tell.
Not yet.
Yeah, not just yet.
They'll be down to 2 soon enough, though.
It might not even be at 2 for very long either.
It's been very gradual.
It has been, but blue is making progress. Day by day, they're making it through. They're chewing through the green forces. That's probably, what do you think? Do you think that's lost a majority in that territory? I think it could be.
I think so too.
Blue's got green in the corner. It's over for green. Unless. It's always the thing with this is you never know. They've come out of the corner multiple times. Well, I guess not a corner. They've actually probably been in worse spots before where they're in the middle of the map. But they're backed into a corner. I haven't seen a path to victory for them for a very long time.
I have not either.
But they keep surprising me.
They want to stay.
They do. Yeah, they've definitely lost the majority. They're down to 2.
Oh my god.
Very soon they'll be down to 1 because blue is making advancements on the top.
I see that.
Honestly, it looks like blue kind of gave up on expanding back down to their territories. They're like, let's focus on taking out green.
I think they realized green was a priority. See, this is what good leadership looks like.
Not sitting back in your palace eating your Ferrero Rocher. No. What's green? Matcha Kit Kats?
I've never had them.
No, me neither. I just know they're a thing. So green gummy worms. You've had green gummy worms before?
I think so.
They're like lime flavor. Sour gummy worms. It's like green and orange, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I think they are.
I'm smart. That's why I'm on the show. Green also almost has 0 resources. They have 1 right now, which I don't remember if you actually get a stacking bonus for it or if it's just if you have a resource. So if blue takes that resource tile, it could be really bad. Let's see what it is.
And they're getting pretty close to it.
They are. They really, really are. Which if it is, well, man, but I'm just thinking about what I can do to make war even better.
They're about to take over that resource, I think.
It looks like it. Oh man, yeah, blue is about to. I think it'll be much faster once they take that resource. I think green is just gonna collapse. We're getting real close to 1500. I don't think it's gonna be peace by 15. I'd be really surprised they can end this in 60 years.
Maybe 1600.
1600 seems more likely. Let me see if I can actually pull up some variables. I think it does actually catalog, which might be interesting. We can actually look at, oh, it does. Yeah, winning chances. So it actually plots like their chances of winning over time.
Interesting.
So we can, I'm going to plot that on a chart after this because I think it would be cool to look at. They really are. Green is probably fighting for their absolute life because that is, they collapse if they don't have that resource. It is completely over for them. It's been over for them, but they don't stand a chance without a resource. But I think as long as green has territory that touches it, it's technically still, they have it. But blue also has access to it right now because blue is also touching it. Yeah, they're getting pretty close to losing majority on that top tile too. And blue is encroaching now on the final green tile. Blue they have spaces in every single green territory right now.
Oh no.
I think the green leaders better start, packing their bags.
Switching allegiances.
I was on your side the whole time, guys. Because blue is so close to kicking green off that resource. Oh my gosh. Does blue have a majority in this time? It's close. It's really close.
It's very close. I think it's actually like perfectly half and half right now.
I think it's actually. I think green has a little bit more height. It's hard. I think blue has a majority now.
I think so too.
Thank you, war correspondent. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, blue. Green is not touching the resource anymore. Blue is taking the resource. Can they hold it? Can they hold that resource? If they can probably steamroll green.
Which is what we're hoping for.
I'm an impartial. I think blue has the resource too. It looks like they have it to me. Oh yeah, they definitely have it. They have it 100%. green is gonna fall. They have
One.
one state. They have no resources. I don't know how. It's not looking good.
I'm sorry, green.
We've hit the year 1500.
Mhm.
They're fighting, but blue. A whole half a chunk of the map got destroyed. Green, did you see that? Green going back for the resource. I think they're touching it.
I think they might be.
Oh man, yeah, they're that border is close.
They're putting up a good fight.
Green wants that resource so bad. They're like, I need it. It's my last chance. I'm not making it out without the resource. But they're losing territory in that bottom rapidly. Blue's pushing them so far back.
Mhm. Yeah, I think green's not touching the resource anymore.
I think we thought this last time, and then they had like a mad dash to it. They're probably running pretty low here on fight left in them. Yeah, there's no way they can't get back to that resource. It's not happening. Try as they may. Try as they may, they will not. No, ma'am.
It's not happening.
No, ma'am. And blues, they're digging in. Green is, they're holding on for dear life.
Mhm.
How long can they do this for? Can they do this for 70 more years?
I don't see that happening.
I don't think so.
Mhm.
Wow. We're going to have to see. Oh, they've been completely kicked out of the territory with the resource. That's not good. That's not good.
It's not good. They're not going to last very much.
No. They're dwindling.
Mhm.
They are dwindling. This is the closest we've ever seen to them being dead. Can something help them? Not really. Not even a disaster. Last one was huge and didn't help them at all.
It'll just slow down their demise.
It will. Maybe a disaster can put them out of their misery.
I'm hoping that will be the case.
Disaster strikes, the green takes over would be the funniest outcome. I don't know though. I don't know. Green. Oh!
Oh,
I think this is bad for green.
this is very bad for green.
This
There's
is
no
very
way
bad for
they
green.
recover.
Maybe they just get back. I don't even know if they're going to get back to status quo. Blue is rushing them right now. Green has shown their strength is not moving quickly to take back territory. We got 40 years to 1600. Man, green's over. I would agree. There's no, you don't come back from this. You just don't. Now they've made a little backwards L for the L that they're about to take. That disaster didn't really have too much effect. I think blue gained a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, green. Almost never. Yeah. It's sad. Goodbye, green.
Goodbye, green.
I should also track the population. I think that'd be cool. I just giving me better ideas for next time I run this 10,000 years from now. Green almost doesn't have a majority in the last territory. The L is becoming like a ramp.
Mm-hmm.
It's a foot.
Everything
returns to foot.
Everything returns to foot.
Some J's. Come on, blue.
Let's go, blue.
Finish
Let's go, blue. Put them out of their misery.
They have. I don't think we're gonna see peace by 1600.
No, too close.
It's like 10 years.
Maybe 17?
If blue can't beat green by 1700, something's very wrong. Something's gone horribly wrong in the code. The matrix is broken. Slash. Boot. Oh, they're devouring green. Will that be good for green or blue? I think we're probably going to see the same effect we've had from all disasters, where it's like no effect. They basically just get back the same board as they had before. Unless blue can cut them off. Green did lose territory, which they really needed to not do that. They're getting really close to not even having a majority in their own state right now. The boot is shrinking in size. Somebody put it in the dryer.
Mm-hmm.
And green's doing nothing about it. It's like they don't even care.
They don't even care. How long can we keep this up, though?
Probably not much longer.
Mm-mm.
I think the only reason they're still around is because of disasters. They probably would have died in like 1,000 if it hadn't been for disasters.
Honestly, yes.
I think blue is getting really close to owning that territory.
Yes, they are. They have.
They've got a really.
Over half.
It's hard to tell, but they might hold. That might be their territory right now.
They have at least half.
Yeah. It's incredible. Incredible. Well, blue definitely has it now. Green doesn't have control of their home state. They have a teeny bit of blue's upper state, but
pretty much nothing.
The shoe has been destroyed.
No.
So has a bunch of blue people. Oh my god!
Oh.
No fucking way. No.
2, like back to back.
Yeah, green doesn't have any resources. Like, you'd think that they would have taken more from that, but they don't have the resources to actually expand that. Will this impact blue at all? 2 striking so quickly is so unlikely. I think the big thing from this is blue loses resources, but I think blue still has, well, any resource is more than green has right now. Huge.
Oh no. It's like watching a flood.
It is. Absolutely huge nuclear bomb just went off. Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, green, sadly, is still too weak to actually benefit from it. Blue lost a lot of resources from that, but they were too strong to start with.
See, green can't even get to half while blue's rebuilding.
Man. Yeah, green can't even take back their own territory. Blue still might be making advancements.
They are.
Green will be destroyed. Almost 30 years to the year 1700.
It'll be in the 1700s for sure that green finally loses, I think.
They don't have much left.
Mm-mm.
They really don't have much left at all.
They are pathetically small.
Take them out, Blue. Finish the job.
You can do it, Blue.
Finish the fight.
I don't think it's possible for another disaster to hit before they can finish off green.
The chances are super unlikely.
I mean, we got 2 back-to-back.
We did. And the chances against that are already astronomically small.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's even less likely that there's a disaster that actually helps green. So far, it just had maybe it slowed blue down.
Mm-hmm.
But green is, I think now it's fair to say 100% there's no coming back from this.
No coming back.
Green is going to be done. I don't remember if it ends when everything else is destroyed, or if I'm going to need to stop it manually. I think I need to stop it manually. But let me see. Let me know if anything crazy happens while I'm doing this. Okay, we're going to need to manually stop it.
Well, we hit 1700.
Their days are numbered, dude. The system restarts to a whole nother battle. I could have programmed it like that. Probably can add a program to check if something's been destroyed completely, so it doesn't just go up to generation 10,000. We're going to look at the little, because I think the percent chance of winning that I have programmed in here already is kind of like the percent population.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'd be really interesting to see how everybody looks over time. You know?
Yes. That would be interesting.
Like I want to see all the dips and dives and all that whatnot.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool to see.
Green is clinging to dear life. You know, we could stop it now, but we are principally. We have to watch until they're done. And then we can look at the stats.
We need to see this through.
We do need to see this through. It's cathartic.
Mm-hmm.
Green's almost done. It's like you can't watch like a war up until like there's like 3 guys fighting. You have to watch until those 3 guys are also done for. Like, it's so close. It really is.
Just look at that. It's the tiniest bit of green left.
So small. Completely surrounded by blue. I think we've got like a couple of years. They're not making it to 1800. There's 0 shot. Oh my god. Any turn now. It might be next turn. Could we turn after? Oh, that might be it. Let's see. Yep.
They're gone.
Green is done. Congratulations, Blue.
I knew you could do it from the beginning.
Blue, you win. Yay. Okay. Cool. So now we can go over here and I think I can end. Nope. Hello. Oh, I can debug it. Let's do that. Let's see. Can I come in here? And can I add a breakpoint like this? No. Can I add a breakpoint like this? No. Will you let me breakpoint while we're running? No. Okay. If I stop, are you going to break? Can I stop without breaking? Sorry, I don't have too much experience with the... Let's see here. Maybe I can pull... I'm going to pull this real quick and see if I can get this to cooperate. But congratulations to
Blue.
To Blue. Big winners. Now I need them to stop. Stop fighting. It's over. There's nothing left to fight for. Actually, we could probably... You know what? Can I just copy the... I would love to say... Oh! Hang on. Wait. Oh. I think if I close this, it doesn't end. Perfect. Okay, wonderful. Sorry, I'm just doing some decoding magic because I want to see the victory % chance over time. So let's see if we can get this to plot well. Plot winning chances. How does this look? Ah, it looks great. I want to edit the figure though. Otherwise it's going to be very strange. You know what? We can move it over. Screw it. The colors do not line up with their true colors. Actually, let me pull it back over real quick. Let me see if I can edit these axes because they're not great. Again, this is much easier in MATLAB, which I know better. But let's see here. Ah, okay. Undo that. Scheisse. Okay. I'm trying to figure this out. Hang on. Eve, tell them a story. Entertain them.
A story?
Yeah. They love stories.
Let me try to think of one.
There once was a man from Peru.
I don't know any men from Peru.
Well, he dreamt he was eating his shoe.
I've never heard this.
He awoke with a fright in the middle of the night to find that his dream had come true.
What was his dream?
That he was eating his shoe.
Oh.
If you remember. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, that's not what I want at all. There's got to be better plot editing tools on this. Come on. I'm doing my best, guys. Oh, maybe I can actually open this up. Yes, yes, yes. Let's try this. Oh, I can. Okay, great. And then I can find where everything equals 0, which should have been like 1800. And just delete everything from below. Nope. Nope, you don't like that? Okay, fine. We'll click and drag.
Click and drag.
Click and drag. When in doubt. Does this even work? Can I even do that? No. What if I cut? No. Well, no. Ah, okay. Plot selected data. I figured it out, guys. Don't worry. I'm coming back. We're going to show you the winning percent chance very soon here. I'm almost there. I just had to learn. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but, well, I just taught myself a new trick. Ah, perfect. This is what I was looking for. Now, of course, our colors don't line up here. However, the point still stands. That's not what I wanted to open. I wanted to open this. Stats, 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 data, 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 stats, stats, stats. So the colors don't match up because I didn't plot this with a proper plotting tool. However, this is like, I believe this is the actual like percentage of the board that they control over time. I call it the winning percentage, but it's not really that. It's more of how much of world do you control. So let me minimize myself. So red, this is going to be funny. Red is blue, yellow is green, purple is yellow, and blue is red. I don't know how to change this in Octave, unfortunately. I know how to do it in MATLAB, but not in Octave. But we can see here, red never really stood a chance. Red actually kind of started below everyone else and just maintained their, what's the opposite of dominance? Suckiness. How much they suck. And then we can see here that yellow, like we said, like you said in the beginning, yellow sucked at the beginning. And yellow did suck at the beginning. But yellow actually came back up for a while, hung out with the big boys. They had lobster with the monsters. And then they started to lose. I don't know what happened. They started to lose, and then I'm going to guess this was a disaster here that struck.
They flopped.
And then a huge disaster struck, and they just won. Watching green and blue is funny. You could tell where disasters struck and where they didn't. Green actually was respectfully what you're looking at. Well, if you missed the first part of the stream, this is going to make no sense. There was a war. What you're looking at now are the amount of territory controlled over time during this war. So yeah, if you watch the VOD back, which we're probably done after we finish looking at this data, and we're going to go to sleep or something. But this is the percentage of territories held by each empire throughout this war. But you can see the effect of disasters here. I mean, you can even see right here, green had, this is where green made its little comeback. But green never really stood a chance. Well, they were actually above blue for a while. But blue just could not be stopped. They benefited greatly from the downfall of yellow. Green did. And they actually almost got them right back up to where they were before. This is like, Tristan, if you think about it, this is like looking at your the Civ stats after you finish your Civ game. Oh. No. Which one is quote unquote green? Yeah, sorry.
The yellow.
This plot. Yellow is green, red is blue, purple is yellow, and blue is red. Unfortunately, I didn't have this plot set up beforehand, so we get. And I don't know how to change the colors in this programming language either. Blue did do outstanding. Like. Yeah, we thought there were chances to beat blue, but
not
really.
I always had faith in blue.
Actually,
from the very beginning.
There kind of was until yellow, purple on this graph, yellow in real life fell. Green was actually doing pretty good. And they lost it all.
I was always a blue.
Team blue from the beginning?
Team blue from the beginning.
All right. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we did that for 2 hours. But that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad. Thank you very much to Eve for joining me. Thank you to everyone in the chat for joining us and having a nice, fun time from us on both YouTube and Twitch. I had a blast. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Just kind of something silly. We wanted to play Play It Up, but I didn't bring an HDMI cable or a second USB-C cord, so we kind of had to improvise, and it worked. We talked for 2 hours.
We did.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We will catch you next time. Next Wednesday when we stream. Toodaloo. Say something funny.
Something funny.